We had another incident. And look, I will tell you this. I don't blame Angel Reese for being mad because Bree Hartley pulls Angel Reese's hair. Okay? However, you can be mad and you don't have to lose complete control.
Angel Reese just went off, triple-double in the books, but who's counting? The real show started when a hair yank triggered a full-on WWE moment. Flying braids, side eyes sharper than elbows, and a meltdown so wild it made the scoreboard totally irrelevant. Was this basketball or a Bravo reunion special? Grab your popcorn because what went down after the buzzer was pure chaos, and the refs probably needed a therapy session.
At their home court. Her name may be Angel, but she far from God, okay? Because this was a very spicy game. It was giving very passionate, it was giving aggressive, it was giving tenacity, being ferocious. Because why Angel Reese pressed both Bria Hartley, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, and Tina Charles, okay? Because Bria Hartley accidentally grabbed one of her braids. How do you accidentally pull somebody's hair? Now, come on now. Specifically on a play like that, you're supposed to be guarding somebody. Angel Reese trying to go up for a layup or whatever she was doing, and like Bria Hartley like just grabbed one of her pigtails, one of her braids that was like braided down to her like her waist. And Angel Reese, of course, she had the right to react the way that she did.
Let's be real. Let's talk about the real violation wasn't the triple-double, the rebounds, or the scoreboard. It was the hair pull. Once you start yanking braids on purpose in a professional basketball game, we've officially left sports and stepped into soap opera territory. And somehow nobody's treating it like the felony it is. Like, hello? Hair pulling should be an automatic ejection the same way eye poking is in the NBA.
And she's going to pull Angel Reese's hair. Oh, here we go again. All right. And you see Angel Reese pushed Olivia Nelson-Ododa, Nelson-Ododa right there. There's the hair pull. Now watch her just walk in to separate, and she has to lose her mind.
If you can't keep your hands to yourself, you don't belong on the court. This is a middle school gym class. It's the WNBA, not WWE with ponytails. And let's be honest, that wasn't incidental contact. That wasn't a fluke or a basketball play gone wrong. That was a deliberate hair yank like she was trying to reel in a catfish with a weave. And instead of calling it what it was, a cheap shot, everyone's acting like Reese was the victim just because her team won. She's passionate. She's emotional. Fine. But if the roles were reversed, if someone did that to her, we'd be gearing up for a 5-day media circus, a suspension, and maybe even a congressional hearing.
What a complete game from Angel Reese. Oftentimes, when we talk about post players, you expect them to score the basketball, to rebound, but then the way she facilitated the basketball for her team accounted for 25 points off of her assists alone. It's great to see her in her second season really develop other areas of her.
But because it was Reese doing the pulling, the league apparently handed out hugs and juice boxes instead of penalties. Now here's the kicker. Reese dropped a triple-double. Yep, 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 attitude problems. And suddenly ESPN's out here acting like she cured cancer on the court. Triple-double for Reese? Sure, okay.
Angel Reese, why does she get so tough with the little ones? Why does Angel Reese act like this big, tough, and rugged chick when it comes to the small people? You know, she likes to get at the smaller people on the court, but when a bigger person steps to her, she gets a little bit more timid and meek. Now, Angel Reese today had a triple-double, and the world was probably going to explode on that. She had 11 assists, two turnovers only, which is actually pretty impressive. Her teammates obviously made some shots. She was only 2 of 7 from the field, so she shot 28.5% from the field to end up with her, 10, 11 points or whatever it was, and she got most of her points from the free throw line. But that wasn't the story of her game today against Connecticut. The story of her game today was hair pull, the hair pulling, and her reaction to her hair being pulled. And now, in a vacuum, I actually don't have much issue with the reaction that she had from her hair being pulled. I really don't. Can't say I have any issue with her reaction, just being real. What I have an issue with is her being such a fucking hypocrite, because she's a hypocrite.
So let me get this straight, she did her job. Wow, professional athlete doing professional athlete things. Should we rename the league after her too? Maybe scrap MVP voting while we're at it, since clearly no one else matters when Reese breathes air and collects stats. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark drops 30 points in silence and gets elbows, body checks, and a full underground Fight Club treatment. But Angel Reese scores a low-efficiency triple-double, and ESPN's out here trying to airlift her into the Hall of Fame mid-season. Can we get some consistency, or do the rules only apply depending on who's swinging the punches? Or, in this case, tugging the ponytails? Now, let's savor the irony. Angel Reese thinks it's perfectly fine to pull someone's hair intentionally on national TV, but let someone accidentally graze her bun and suddenly it's a United Nations level grievance. The same person who can launch a rage monologue if someone breathes near her edges is out here treating other players' scalps like jungle gyms. You cannot have it both ways. You don't get to be the league's ultimate victim and the lead instigator at the same time.
So lads, today we're going to be talking about the Sun and Sky game, and the Sky got their third win of the season, putting them to third last in the W, which isn't, like, they're 3-7. They're not good. Like, they're almost certainly not going to make playoffs. But at the end of the day, look, it's not like they're not going to be a half a game off the Mystics if the Mystics lose today. We also really want the Mystics to win today, because lads, if the Mystics win today, all the Fever have to do is beat the garbage Connecticut Sun, and they're in the Commissioner's Cup final. Like, the Fever are this close to making the Commissioner's Cup final.
And here's the real kicker. She acts like the hair on her head is sacred property, like you need a notarized permission slip, a signed NDA, and a blood oath just to think about brushing past her curls. But then she turns around and turns someone else's braid into a rope swing mid-possession. That's not passion, that's pure hypocrisy in HD. What's actually sickening? Not just the behavior but the smug look that follows it. Like she's proud, like she just did something worthy of a Nike ad. You pull hair and then strut around like you just wrote the Declaration of Independence. Angel Reese's entire attitude has become exhausting. She walks onto the court like she's doing the world a favor by showing up. Every foul? Never her fault. Every confrontation? Always someone else disrespecting her. Pushback? Clearly jealousy. Criticism? A hate crime. Accountability? A personal attack. It's this unrelenting victim complex that's unbearable. And it's not just her game, it's her presence. The constant scowling, over-the-top taunts, the "I'm the baddest in the building" energy that feels less like confidence and more like chronic insecurity with a side of attitude. People will say she's fierce or unapologetically herself, but at some point, being unapologetic about bad behavior isn't brave. It's just obnoxious.
Trying to be the peacemaker, trying to, be the de-escalator. She got pushed. Angel Reese pushed her about it. She said, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Run the fade right now. You done pulled my hair. You know what you did. You did it on purpose. And then Tina Charles, okay? Who's supposed to be like, the calm, cool, collected one, the more mature one, the one who got like all the skills and just the foresight, the wisdom. She's older. She's mature. She's been in the season for this is her 16th, 17th season in the W. Tina Charles pressed Angel Reese. They look like they was about to jump her.
And what's even worse, the enablers, the analysts bending over backward to justify every meltdown. Let's stop pretending that every tantrum is a cultural statement. Sometimes, it's just a tantrum. Period. We've reached the point where Angel Reese pulling hair is being treated like a subplot while her stat sheet gets framed in the Louvre. Like we're supposed to ignore the fact that she assaulted another player mid-game just because she collected 10 rebounds, as if one somehow balances out the other. Sure, she yanked a braid like she was starting a lawnmower, but did you see that assist? What kind of logic is that? That's like giving someone a medal for community service right after they keyed a car. And let's talk about how this circus completely overshadowed the actual win. The Chicago Sky took the W, but all anyone's talking about is the drama. Angel Reese can't seem to have a performance without an incident. She's not content with playing well. There has to be a subplot, a feud, a viral moment, or a reality TV style meltdown to go along with it. She doesn't just play basketball, she brings chaos with a side of mascara. And then she wants to be the face of the league? Girl, this is the face you want representing the WNBA? A walking contradiction with a temper tantrum playbook and a victim complex bigger than her vertical. No thanks. The WNBA deserves better than a brand ambassador who thinks rules are suggestions and humility is optional. Imagine the double standard if another player, let's say someone less media favored, pulled the same move, hair pull, flex, sneer, strut. The reaction would be a full-on investigation, a suspension, and maybe a Twitter apocalypse. But because it's Reese? Shrug. Triple-double, move along.